Hey, good morning, traders. Like my video if you like it, and retweet me on X if you get a chance, and comments below appreciate it. So, bottom line is here, guys, we had massive uh, shorts that accumulated right around this 5750 area, 5700 area. Uh, that's where they all triggered, and we're still below that. I'm still looking for us to potentially run into that at some point this week. So be very mindful. Potential coming up into to where all those massive shorts came into the market last time. It could be just a rinse and repeat of the short. So be very mindful of that going forward here on the ES futures. Okay. Similar situation with the NQs. Early on this morning here, we are trying to push above the our distribution area. Okay, and so be very mindful above Friday's close. So that could be short squeezing, uh, buy the rumor, sell the news here in the markets into those highs. We're below the death cross. Uh, our market maker move high, um, and the exponential death cross. If you use exponential moving average, are both relatively the same area. Okay, right up here into this next distribution zone. Okay, guys. So just look how fast we moved from one area to the next. There's a very good chance we could be today uh, running up into this resistance area. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Uh, could be very well happening in today's session. So bottom line is, what I'm seeing right now, I really don't want to be on the short side initially here. I'd be looking for a pop and then a back test, um, down, pop and back test to possibly take the move up into that 5,700 area in the ES today. And similar situation, this is not breaking above that resistance area yet. So be mindful of that. I've still been looking for, if you use your exponential moving average death cross, it's right here at market maker move high for the week. So this 20,140 area, very, very critical area. We've seen how we weaked away from that before. We could be very well coming back into that area this week. So be very mindful of that, going forward here. Okay. If you go back on the daily time frame, that's your monthly webs. Similar situation to the NASDAQ. Right in the area, see this point of control? This is where all your big institutions were putting on those major shorts into the market. I mean, major shorts were coming into that market. To come back all the way back up to there, back tested and fell, it could just be another rinse and repeat. So that's just a logical place, to crush the shorts and allow big institutions to reload if they want to. Okay, guys, that's pretty much what I'm seeing, how it's playing out here. Okay, so we're not even anywhere near where all the shorts came in on the Russell. So there is a potential we could actually squeeze higher. So be very mindful of that potential here. But we are still, you see this resistance right here on the. I'll go down to 1 hour here. So we're still below that resistance here on the Russell. Okay, guys. So you don't want to, you know, you're shorting in the hole, or you're going long right into resistance if you try to go long the Russell here. So it's really not something that I'd want to do. Ideally, you're looking for a break above, back test, and then go long. That's your primary setup that you're looking for in the markets. Okay, guys. Okay. Other things going on here. Okay. Percent change. VX futures are actually catching the biggest blunt of the short side today. So heads up on that. So we had the weakest thing is our VX futures. This is a major support area here on our VX futures this morning. And there is that gap for the VIX right here. This is our gap on the VIX. We have not completed that. We could very well do, pretty much complete that gap in one trading session if they want to buy the rumor and then set up for a sell the news event. So be very mindful of that. In today's, potentially today, we could be filling this gap. today or tomorrow on the VX futures. That would be my primary thesis going forward here. Okay. Sorry, got the wrong one. I need to get me a drink. Nope, don't have any water here, do I? There, that's better. Sorry about that. So as far as what's going on here on the markets, we're into resistance here on Tesla. There's not a bullish trade there. You're into resistance. That's not a bullish trade. Excuse me. Up here is where all the shorts loaded up on Tesla. So be very mindful of that. The shorts are, there's heavy shorts still into Tesla, but below the 350 area. Be very mindful of that. NVIDIA. All the shorts in NVIDIA, they loaded the boat here around the 115 area. So we're trading here around the 108. So they could very well be wanting to come back up to the 115, 116 area. And then we'll see more shorts coming back in. Okay. Could be a rinse and repeat, trying to reload to the short side for big institutions. So, that's pretty much the theory that until we start seeing prices accepted above this major accumulation zone, the accumulation distribution zone. This is where big money was placing major puts, major hedges into the market. Until we get back above that, the downtrend is still very much valid. Okay. Apple. Apple was late to the party on the short side. So basically, we have to get back above the 220 area. That's where all the big institutions were loading up to the short side. So, so this fair value gap could be it too. So the 215 area could be it too. But just be very mindful of that going forward here. Google's already reported earnings. It came right up into where all those institutions put those big bets on. And initially, we're trading back below that. So be very mindful of that. Google had a really good earnings, and we are trading below where the big institutions were adding shorts. That could potentially be a tell to the market. Heads up on that. Microsoft, big institutions, they were loading. They were actually loading back in December. So I just want to point out they were loading up here. So, I mean, but they've been loading all the way down here. We have to get back, start accepting prices up, at this point above 410 to suggest we've got a meaningful change in character in the markets, which we could be doing. And we're right here. We've got a multiple top, very, very defined multiple top here in Microsoft. It could be setting up for a breakout. So be very mindful of that. Could very well be doing that. So heads up on that. If I was a bull and if we did have earnings, I would really be eyeing that for a breakout on Microsoft. Okay. I'll see my other things on there. Amazon, similar situation below the 195 area. They were loading puts below 195 with all the tariff news. So, we haven't even taken that out yet. So basically, they're just still writing these puts. A lot of traders are still just writing those puts, have those hedges still in place. Okay, so be very mindful of that. Is there anything else here? How's XLF looking here? XLF, we're still below that 49. So this is another one. Still, the bear structure is still in place. So be very mindful of that. The bear structure on our financials is still in place. Okay, guys. So that pretty much tells you what I'm thinking. I'm still looking for the day cap balance, the structure. Everything about the structure still says it's bear cap balance until proven otherwise. The one outlier is Netflix. Netflix is the only thing suggesting we're changing to a bullish structure. So be very mindful of that. There is one outlier there that's telling us, otherwise. So, but, so I just need more evidence to suggest that we are done with the down structure in the markets. But like I said, we're going into the biggest earnings week, probably ever. Uh, as far as importance in market cap and everything, 40% of the S&P is reporting this week. I mean, talk about a major weighting in the markets. So, uh, be very mindful of that going forward. Thanks for listening, and like I said, retweet my video if you get a chance.